Hello, my beautiful co-creators. This is day 98 of my Law of Attraction manifestation video. And as I am coming to a very end of my journey, I just wanted to quickly today go over some of the principles. Now I'll be writing a blog about it, but just for the sake of this video, I just wanted to do like a recap of some of the things that I shared on this journey. But before I do that, I kind of wanted to say something. People think law of attraction is all about material possession, which is because what our hearts desire is we put it out into the universe and we try to bring that into our awakened reality. But I think when I first started doing this journey, I had no idea. All I know, I've been thinking about doing something, and one day I just woke up and I said, okay, I'm going to do law of attraction. Now, why that? I don't know. So, being a rookie at it, I just got my camera and started saying what came naturally to me. And then later on, I realized that I wasn't really talking about just law of attraction material stuff. My law of attraction journey sort of went into the inner journey of law of attraction, and I think that's great because yes, we can definitely have all the material things that we want in life, but having material things doesn't really fix the issues that we have. I mean, look at the entertainment world. Everybody from singers to movie stars, they all have money, but everybody's struggling. Drugs, alcohol, abuse of this, or just the marriage is not lasting, and it's just a chaos. It's chaos. Yes, they have the money, they have the luxury, but the internal journey, I don't think anybody's really went through the internal journey. And I think my twist to law of attraction kind of went into that journey of inner journey. I should have renamed it in the beginning, but like I said, it was just I woke up one day and I just started shooting my videos, and the chips fell where I thought it would fall. So okay, so now I'm going to go over some of the laws, just a couple of them, maybe 5 or 6 of them, just to recap what we talked about. I think there's 1 or 2 in here that I didn't really have chance to, or I didn't even think about talking about. So the first one obviously is the law of forgiveness. I started my video with forgiveness because forgiveness is really about self-forgiveness. Yes, you have to forgive others, but unless you forgive yourself of the hurt that you have caused someone or someone else has caused you, we're all mere reflection of each other. So, unless we forgive, we can't really move on. I mean, you could sugarcoat it all you want. So you have to find ways to heal, and in order for the real heal to take place, forgiveness, unfortunately, it's one of the laws of the universe where we should forgive ourselves, and only then can we forgive others, because once we forgive ourselves of whatever the situation is, then the healing starts, and slowly, gradually, we are able to forgive others, because then we know that nothing anybody else said or does can touch you unless you allow it. So, but the healing has to come in. Forgiveness cannot happen unless you went through that journey of self-healing. And the next one is my favorite in this universe, which is attitude of gratitude. Gratitude for me is staying in the moment. It brings me back to the present moment, to what is. When you are grateful, you are living in the moment, because what you are doing, you're saying that, okay, life is not where it should be or the way I want it to be, but what I have in this moment, you are thankful and grateful, and your heart is gratitude. It's full of gratitude for what you have already. Gratitude is it's such a great law to practice. The more we practice the law of gratitude, the more happier we become, because then we're not searching for something out outer world to fill us. We are okay with what we have, you know, in the present moment. So that's, I really encourage everyone to, whoever is watching this or what have you, to practice gratitude, because that really opens up our heart chakra. It really does. It's a beautiful thing. And then, of course, the next one is law of giving and receiving. You know, people, like I said in my previous video, giving doesn't necessarily mean you have to go give money to charity or give, you know, 100 hours of your time. No, it just means you can give someone a smile, you know, when you can, you know, help someone with their grocery, or start small, you know. But if you're able to give, you know, even more of yourself, do that, you know. But giving also is just not about other people. You have to be good to yourself. So giving is also allowing to give yourself that self-love, the self-care, you know, the love and the passion and compassion that you have for others. It is so essential that we do that for ourselves. And the next one, of course, it kind of falls into the category of, you know, law of giving and receiving to yourself, is self-love and self-trust. All these laws, you can't, you know, it's really not going to do you any good if you're doing it for someone else. Everything under the sun falls back to who we are, ourselves. So the only way you could give love to others is if you learn to be kind and be loving and be trustworthy within your own self, within the essence of who you are. So self-love and self-trust is so essential for our growth spiritually, mentally, emotionally, you know, in all sectors of our life. So yes, and law of karma obviously is action. You know, what you put out into the universe comes back. So yeah, I don't want to go too much into the karma thing, but it's really, you know, what you put out into the universe comes back. But we also come into this life with our certain karmas, you know what I mean, our past life and all this. So karma, there's a huge, you know, we could talk about karma in so many different ways, but just for the sake of law of attraction, we're going to keep it baby steps. You know, what you put out into the universe is really what you're going to get back. And another one, law of action. What, you know, action is so important. You could sit there and you can have all this passion. Your heart could be full of so much desires, but until you take that action, nothing is going to happen. You know, if you want to go on a weight loss journey, you can sit there and say, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight. But unless you take the initiative to, you know, put some action in it, you know, same thing applies for anything else. You know, you want a better relationship, but in order to have a better relationship, if there's something lacking in you that you think that needs to be addressed or fixed, you know, you got to do that too. So everything, you know, nothing, you can never really see any fruit of your labor unless you put some action to whatever needs done. And the next one, of course, the law of cause and effect. Example would be, you give what you put out. If you're putting out negative energy out there, sooner or later it's going to come back and it's going to bounce right back at you. But if you practice, you know, love and compassion and forgiveness, trust me, that too will come back to you. And here's a beauty thing about law of cause and effect. It is so important, if you could just listen to me between the lines. As if you have children, this is so important, because what we do as adults reflects back on our children. It really does. So what you put out into the universe, eventually it may not affect you, but it's generation to generation. So if you do good, it's that reflection is eventually going to bounce back, if not to us, to our children. So it is so essential, all these laws that we're practicing, that we are fully aware of it and really conscious of what we are putting out into the universe. Because, you know, you do nasty things going to come back and bite you in the tush. That's just how it is. Or you know, you practice love and compassion, that too, you know, affects you. And the law of rhythm, everything is vibrational energy, people. everything is vibrational energy. You know, the more you rise your inner energy, the more you are going to be able to share that with your loved ones, with the world, you know. So just, if you remember, everything is rhythm, everything is energy, is constantly flowing. It's a cycle of, you know, of birth and death and rebirth, you know, of self and our consciousness, really. And this one, I'm just going to end with this one, the law of divine. I didn't get a chance to talk about this one, but this is my favorite, is the law of the divine oneness. We're all connected, people. Everything in the universe is connection. It's so hard for me to go into that, because you really have to be on a journey to realize the unity of oneness, and that we're all connected. We're all here on a journey, you know. We really are, but I'm not going to go into that because that's just going to complicate things for this video. Anyways, I think I'm going to end with that. I have one more video left where I'm actually going to be on the camera, which is tomorrow. After that, my last one, I'm going to do something else with it. Yeah, I have this butterfly in my tummy because it's ending. As scary as it was a part, this whole journey was a part of my life for the last 3 months. So yeah, and I have tears, but it's been great. It really has, and it's been such a journey. It's ridiculously, it was huge for me, huge. And I had this huge revelation today, you know. It was great. It was just, you know, I know that this is my journey, but I've shared this with the world, and you know, I've shared a lot of personal stuff, a lot of struggles and forgiveness of where I had to do a lot of personal stuff. But I had to do that, you know. I really had to do that in order for me to go to the next level of my spiritual evolution. I had to break through the walls and just be out there. But not everybody has to do that, you know. That's just my personal journey. You could do what you have to do privately, and that's perfectly fine. You know, I'm just on a different path, so I choose to do things differently. But I can't do it alone. In order for me to share this, someone has to listen. And you know, I'm so thankful and grateful for each and every one of you, which I will be thanking personally later when things calm down, and you know, I'll show you my love and my gratitude in a personal way. But for now, for the sake of this video, I'm going to end this, and I have one more tomorrow. I have an idea sort of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, so it's sort of like pre-planned in my mind, and that's okay, because I just want my last one to be, you know, about whatever I feel like I need to talk about, and I have some idea. But anyways, love and light. Thank you so much, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. God bless.